settle. Moving on. And during the PM's surprise visit, see what you've done? You've thrown me off. Surprise visit to Afghanistan over the weekend, the country's President Hamid Karzai promised to do more to stop insider attacks on Australian troops. But the single biggest killer of diggers remains roadside bombs.
Improvised explosive devices are homemade bombs. Planted on roadsides and in markets, they kill and wound indiscriminately. Undetectable, violently effective, and going off on an average of more than one a day, they are the largest cause of troop casualties in Afghanistan and have killed 13 Australian soldiers since 2001.
We've had soldiers exposed to IEDs, improvised explosive devices, since our time in Afghanistan and also in Iraq. And we've come to a realisation of the need to start understanding that threat better.
To do this, the Australian Defence Force set up DiggerWorks, an organisation identifying and delivering personal safety equipment to soldiers in the field. This has led to major changes in combat gear design.
10 years ago, when we went to East Timor, soldiers carried about $3,000 worth of personal protection equipment on their body. Now they carry about $30,000 worth of equipment on their body designed to keep them safe.
And with the ever-present danger of IEDs in Afghanistan, DiggerWorks has come up with the blast gauge, capable of measuring the force of a blast on a soldier.
The gauge measures blast pressure and therefore gives us an understanding of what that wave was like when it hit the soldier.
This information allows doctors to identify possible brain injuries in affected soldiers.
This is very important for soldiers when they're veterans. So well down the track, when soldiers are out of the army, but they're still experiencing, from their operational deployment, those sort of long-lasting effects, well, the data is there to help them understand what has happened to the brain.
They're like a CCTV camera in that they won't stop the event from occurring or the trauma, but you can interrogate it later and actually analyse it and find out what the event was in order to follow up and provide the correct treatment.
Australian soldiers have been trialling the new gauges since September.
And so far we've got over 400 soldiers wearing those today in Afghanistan. The take-up has been 100% positive because the soldiers know it's there to look after their long-term health, not just their short-term health.
This gives another layer of confidence, if you like, that the soldier can take with him, and it's one of those intangibles that I love the feeling of being looked after and that they're got the best equipment possible.
You can never question the bravery of those guys. And, I know we made a bit of a joke earlier about the Prime Minister being on the front line, but you've got to give her credit. Even though she'd have incredible security, it still is a gutsy decision to actually fly in to Kabul and go to Afghanistan. It's not safe.
And let's protect these Aussie heroes as much as we can.